Bison Nation, it's Chip Washington from the Bison Brothers Basketball Podcast, and I'm coming to you Saturday, September 13th, the day we plan to stomp on Morehouse in the HBCU New York Classic. And we just wanted to thank everybody that's coming to the normal Bison Brothers Basketball Podcast time slot. Wanted to thank everybody for watching Season 1 of the Bison Brothers Basketball Podcast. And to let you know that Season 1 is over and Season 2 will start in November. So we just wanted to let everybody know. And again, just thank everybody for watching and supporting Season 1. We're asking everyone, please tell your friends to subscribe to the podcast. Hit the link to subscribe to the podcast and get ready for Season 2. Thank you so much for watching the podcast and get ready for bigger and better things in Season 2. Here's just a few snippets of some of my favorite moments from Season 1. Enjoy. Again, Season 1 is over. Get ready for Season 2 in November. Thank you. What has been some of your best experiences here and some of your most challenging experiences?
Challenging. There's one road trip in particular that was really challenging, but it really was because of the weather. We were slated to play in the first NBA HBCU All-Star game in Cleveland. I don't know if you guys remember that game.
I remember that.
Yeah, against Morgan State. So
right.
We'd given up a home game to do it too. Like that was supposed to be our home game, and we offered to play it there on a neutral. And we were supposed to fly out. We're sitting on the plane on the tarmac at DCA. The pilot gets on the loudspeakers. A beautiful blue 70-degree day in the middle of February somehow. And the pilot gets on the loudspeaker and says, "Hey, everybody's got to get off the plane. There's an ice storm in Cleveland, and we can't get in tonight." So we're sitting there like, what do? We call the NBA. Hey, can you get us buses? No, we can't. All of the buses are already in Cleveland from the East Coast because of the needs of the All-Star weekend, all this stuff. So we can send a plane for you tomorrow morning, or we can do all these other things. But we were already packed, ready to go. So Kenny was adamant, like, no, we want to go tonight. Like, let's go tonight. So they sent us two like prom vans, one relatively new with nicer seats. So we put like the administration, our players were on there. The best way I can describe the second bus was like a bingo bus. All right. Like bench seats, no real lighting. The door kind of rattles when you shut it. And so we drove through the night to Cleveland that night. And it was miserable. The snow was miserable. The ice was miserable. The bingo bus, for whatever reason, the driver was either a former NASCAR driver or something. He got us there like an hour and a half early from the other bus. So we get in at like 1:32 in the morning. The other bus is still behind us. So we're waiting up. It's my scout. I think a couple of the coaches or admins go to bed. A couple of the coaches go to bed. But I'm staying up. Players get there. We tell them, don't even worry about your stuff. Just go to your rooms. Like, take your keys. Just go rack out, right? We got to play in 2 days. You just need to take a break. The bus, they came in, the lock froze for all the luggage. So now it's 3 a.m. We're in Cleveland. It's a snowstorm, and we don't have a way to get out their luggage. And unfortunately, and this is where, just the story gets even better. The driver looks at me and goes, "What are we going to do?" I said, "What are we going to do? It's your bus. What do you mean? What are we going to do? Why me?" So we had to call a 24-hour locksmith. He came and blowtorched the door. Long story short, I think I laid my head down at like 5:15, 5:30 in the morning of that following day, basically. And then was up like 4 hours later to start our programming with the NBA, which they had, laid out for us. And we won the game, thankfully, and we got to fly home even more, thankfully. But that by far was the most challenging experience in terms of road tripping and logistics that I've had to deal with, and it'll be etched in my memory for as long as I live.
Wow!
And now it will be etched in Bison Nation memory.
That's right.
That was something.
It's a bingo bus. I have to keep that in mind.
I don't know how else to describe it, man. It's just like.
Well, shout out to Overcoming Challenges, and also just for those listening in, shout out to Kenny Blakeney, Coach KB, and Kerry Davis, who've been very visionary on turning the corner for Howard athletics, because if we hadn't had people that were putting those kind of blocks in place, we wouldn't know you, Coach Steve, because they wouldn't be thinking about how do we bring you in. So
Wow. Gotcha.
So following on, right, Zanaya, because you've become one of our favorite players here. I just want you to know that you may have been the first person to earn the nickname, because we were following you and said there's something different about her game, and we want to make sure we understand what makes you tick. But I do want to understand for you, because we do ask this when you played in other conferences, what's some of the differences between the SEC and the MEAC? Just understanding how both conferences are set up.
I mean, I'd say definitely like the way the games are called is a lot different. Um, SEC refs, they are the best. Like I've seen, firsthand. But just actually being able to play now, the refs here are a lot tougher. They're gonna make you play, especially going against teams that are like all aggressive. I think that's another difference too. Like in the SEC, certain teams do certain things well, and not every team that you face every day is going to be, you know, hard hitters. They coming out to go get it just like you. So I think because HBCU ball in general, there's just a lot to prove. The players here are a lot tougher and grittier and a lot more hungry, if I say.
Wow.
So tougher, grittier, hungrier.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Catch all the smoke in the
Yes.
MEAC. I'm just saying.
Right. Wow. And I got a lot of pushback on Howard beating Norfolk State on the ladies' side. I mean, they were like, Norfolk beat Auburn. They beat two SEC teams. They're ranked number 8 in the mid-major polls. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, have you seen our girls?
Right.
That's all I'm saying. They got to deal with us.
Hello.
What they gonna do about Z Payne in the paint? What they gonna do with Vanessa Blake is putting her back to the basket, going up with layups? What they gonna do with Niall Miller stealing the ball? This, that. Hey, Howard is going to win the conference and the tourney with the ladies. Boom. I'm saying it. We got the skill, we got the depth, we got the talent. It ain't crazy, y'all. It ain't crazy. They were like,
it's conference play. It's conference play. I think people, I think it was shocking. And shout out to Norfolk State for putting together a really strong campaign. And every time, it's one of the things where we play a non-conference play, we want every HBCU to play well. And so whenever we see, we see a win, we all take that and celebrate. But once we get to conference play, we can be, play fight in the street like cousins, but we gonna be playing. And any given night, once you step inside the court, if you're not bringing your A game, anything can happen. So
yes,
I actually know I have that one, on my list, because I do want to see strength on strength.